Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the LeBron James era Chicago Bulls in NBA 2K26. We're starting off in 2010. Obviously, we got Derrick Rose when he was young, when he was obviously an MVP candidate. We're going to be rebuilding around him for 10 years. This should be really fun. Obviously, we got guys like Carlos Boozer on the team, my bad, Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, Ronnie Brewer, Taj Gibson, C.J. Watson, Kyle Korver, Keith Bogans, Kurt Thomas, James Johnson, Omir Asik, got Brian, and then the rest of the guys, and this guy's auto-generated. But, yeah, obviously a really interesting roster. Obviously, most of these guys, actually all these guys aren't even in the NBA anymore, which is the interesting part about it. But, yeah, we'll go look at the rotation first. One guy I do potentially want to get in the future is Anthony Davis, obviously from Chicago. I feel like it'll be really interesting to have him and Derrick Rose as a duo for the future with this team. So Anthony Davis will be in the draft next year. So I feel like next offseason is the year that we might have to go ahead and get Anthony Davis. But your rotation heading into this season is Derrick Rose, Kyle Korver, Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, Joakim Noah, Ronnie Brewer, C.J. Watson, Taj Gibson, Keith Bogans as your 9 rotation. When to leave it exactly like that, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of the season, LeBron James was the MVP on the Miami Heat. Rookie year going to Blake Griffin, 6-man going to Greg Oden. So Greg Oden obviously ended up being one of the biggest busts in NBA history, but injuries are off in NBA 2K, so he'll obviously have the chance to fulfill his potential. Defensive player going to Dwight Howard, was going to J.J. Higginson, coach you're going to Stephen Carter. So that's our coach. We went 64-18. You also won Executive of the Year, too. I'm not even doing anything yet, but, hey, man, I'll take you. He's an All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team. We do got Derrick Rose making an All-NBA second team. Like I said, injuries will be off, so he'll have a chance to keep going what Derrick Rose is doing in real life. Obviously, he won an MVP award really early in his career. But we ended up being the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, obviously. You guys just saw our record. We went 64-18 on the season. Player stats, we had about 27 from Derrick Rose, 28, I guess, if you round up. 4 rebounds, 7 assists. So incredible season from Derrick Rose. We had 20 and 11 from Carlos Boozer. We had 17.5 from Luol Deng, 12 from Joakim Noah, 8 from Watson. We had 7 from Keith Bogans, 6.5 from Ronnie Brewer, 6 from Kyle Korver, 5 from Todd Gibson, 5 rebounds. This is a good team. So the Bulls definitely could have won a championship back when Derrick Rose was prime. This is a good team. So we got the New York Knicks in round 1. So the Knicks have Raymond Felton, Wilson Chandler, Amari Stoudemire, Timothy Mozgov, Gallinari. So can we beat the New York Knicks in round 1? We are going to beat them in 5 to play the Orlando Magic in round 2. So Jameer Nelson, Vince Carter, he's a little older at this point, 34 at this point. Brandon Bass, prime Dwight Howard. We'll see if we can beat the Orlando Magic, as we are going to lose in 7. So we're out of here. We would not have to deal with the Miami Heat either. They lost to the Celtics with, Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. So that sucks. But the Nuggets are going to win the championship. Shaquille O'Neal is going to retire. But we'll head straight into the draft lottery and see who's going to get Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, this is his draft class. So the Suns are projected 1. And the Sacramento Kings are going to get the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft. Raptors 3, Sixers 4, Suns 4, and Wizards 5. And then our pick is going to be the 30th pick in the draft. So we're going to have the 30th pick in the NBA draft. Surprisingly, we do, even though we didn't win a championship. But, hey, man, I guess if we lose next year, we could get a new head coach. But we have 30th pick in the draft. I don't expect to get anybody too good. I'm probably going to keep the team relatively the same. I want to save our assets when we trade the number 1 overall pick to get Anthony Davis. Or just, save our eyes in general. I do like this team. We'll continue to develop. Obviously, Boozer is 29, but I feel like he still fits the time really well. I think we'll obviously re-sign Joakim Noah and free agency. Luol Deng is a really good 3-and-D player for us. We'll obviously continue to have him. So we'll just try to maybe get better depth, and after that, I think we're going to be a good team. So 30th pick in the draft, we can see there's anybody there. So we do got like Davis Bertans here. I think that'll be Davis Bertans turns into a really good player in the future. I think at one point of his career, he averaged like 15 points per game. So I'll take him, and a really good shooter. So Derrick Rose, Todd Gibson, Keith Bogans, we might as well accept it. I mean, it's only really cheap. And then James Johnson will accept. But Joakim Noah, somebody we obviously want to re-sign free agency. Do we have any cap space? We don't. But I do want to re-sign Joakim Noah. He's restricted, but I'm going to give him a contract. We'll probably let Omir Asik walk in free agency at this point. Let's see he develops. But I want to get somebody better. So we'll re-sign Joakim Noah. Do we have any money after that? Not really. But what do we got? So we got Derrick Rose, C.J. Watson. C.J. Watson's a fine backup point guard for us. We got Kyle Korver, so we might have to get a better shooting guard. I'm afraid Kyle Korver might regress. Keith Bogans, or was Keith Bogans starting shooting guard, or was it Kyle Korver without the season? It was Keith Bogans. So we have Luol Deng, Ronnie Brewer, Davis Bertans, James Johnson. So obviously these guys will fight over the back. We could just move Ronnie Brewer to backup shooting guard, but he isn't the best shooter, so I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, Derrick Rose, he was a pretty good shooter right back in his career, so yeah, so he was a pretty good shooter, so it doesn't matter too much, but I prefer to get a backup center or a starting caliber shooting guard. Either way, it would be a complete offseason. I'm going to see if I get Roy Hibbert from the Indiana Pacers. I'm going to offer James Johnson, Keith Bogans, and a 2015 unprotected pick for Roy Hibbert. They do decline, which is fair. I'll throw like a couple second-round picks. If it doesn't work, we can try somebody else at the end of the day. I can throw Davis Bertans. They said I'm going to be okay. Is there any other options, like I said, I was looking at? I was looking at maybe like chances have to be like an insane backup center. So like Greg Monroe, I take him honestly. I don't want to offer all of this. Maybe we get out trading a first round pick. So we just trade these three, and will I get it done? It do. So it's like that. Greg Monroe, welcome to the team. So obviously we save a bunch of draft capital from we trade for Anthony Davis. I might even have it taken trading away Carlos Boozer. But like I said, we like that. Now we're left without a backup center. I feel like getting a backup center is more important than getting I might be wrong, but I'll still look to get somebody on day 12. Maybe somebody wants to sign a contract on day 12, but other than that, I still think we'll be good. Let's move C.J. Watson to 2 as well. But if there are any shooting guards I want to sign on day 12, so Jody Meeks, 25-year-old Jody Meeks, I'm just going to go and offer him a contract. Jody Meeks, welcome to the team. We'll sign him. Guess if he regresses, we could sign like Deshaun Stevenson, I guess. He was a pretty good 3-and-D player. Or Marquise Daniels. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. So one of those options we'll sign, and then we'll go straight to player progression. Everything's relatively the same, honestly. Derrick Rose is going up. Luol Deng is going up. We got T.J. Watson. Nobody actually went down instead of Daniels. But I really do like this team, and I think eventually we'll be able to get one a championship, obviously. As long as we have Derrick Rose still playing at a high level, we should be able to get it. There's no good 2012 draft class. I might look again. The last time I looked, there's only a good one. So Derrick Rose, Jody Meeks, Luol Deng, Boozer, Joakim Noah, Greg Monroe, C.J. Watson. So Greg Monroe is a big addition in the offseason. And I guess we'll go 10 man and get Todd Gibson in. But I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Derrick Rose wins the MVP at the end of this year. I think this actually won MVP in his 4th year. It might have been his 3rd year. I don't know. It's one of these years, though. Rookie year going to Isaiah Thomas. 6th man going to Chris Kaman. Defensive player going to Dwight Howard. Most people going to, I don't know how to say that name. I don't think he's a real player. He might be. I just don't know how to say that name. But okay, we ended up being 72-10. So once again, the best record in the league. Derrick Rose made All-NBA first team. We're going to add Anthony Davis. Hopefully, this is equation. Obviously, from Chicago, it just makes too much sense, right? So we got the New York Knicks in round 1. We had about 30 from Derrick Rose, 19 from Luol Deng, 16 from Carlos Boozer, 10 from Jody Meeks. He was actually really good for his average, 10 points, 40% from the almost said I only gave him a 1-year deal because then he'll be afraid next season. Probably going to demand more money, so it'll be unrealistic for us to re-sign Jody Meeks, so it sucks, but that's what we're going to have to deal with. 9 from Joakim Noah, 8 from Greg Monroe, 8.5 from T.J. Watson, 6 from Kyle Korver, and 5 Ronnie Brewer, then 3 from Todd Gibson. So we're going to go 9-man rotation as we got the New York Knicks in round 1. We played this team last year, and we are going to sweep them to play the Miami Heat. So obviously it's going to be tough. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Paul, that's going to be hard to play. So they have Royal Ivy, Joel Anthony as the 4th and 5th starters. But against Miami, we are going to go down 3-1. There's 2. Yeah, Miami is too good for us, man. They're going to go on and win the championship. LeBron James Finals MVP. So sucks we couldn't get a championship, but I'm going to try my best to add a guy like obviously Anthony Davis to this team. Who has no one overall pick though? But hopefully it's a team that makes sense we could trade with. So it's projected to be Minnesota, and it is going to finish with it's the Cavaliers. Any other team but the Cavaliers, man. The Cavaliers need Anthony Davis, man. They really do. I really wish it was any other team than the Cavaliers, but I'm still going to throw an offer. It's not stopping me, but the Cavs could definitely use a guy like AD. So, I mean, it sucks that it had to be the Cavs, but especially after losing LeBron James. But for now, I don't really know what to do. I mean, we could fire Stephen Carter, like I said. we'll give him one more chance. We can sign like a guy like I don't know, Richard Mason, Nate McMillan. I mean, we could sign a head coach that's probably going to be pretty good for us. So Phil Jackson is here, but I don't think he'd choose us. I mean, how much money do we even have to offer somebody? So we have not much. We really could still Phil Jackson. I'm going to keep Steven Carter for one more year. I do believe in him, but I am going to see now for the draft if I can make an offer to the Cleveland Cavaliers for the number one overall pick in Anthony Davis. This is going to be my first offer for the number one overall pick. So Carlos Boozer, Taj Gibson, 30th pick in the draft, 2014 pick, and I think it'd have to be our 2016 pick as well. So I'm going to offer this to see if we get the number one overall pick in the draft. They do say no, which is fair, obviously. We do have this top 10 pick from the Bobcats. We want to trade that. I mean, can we give them like Ronnie Brewer? They don't have enough money for that. Can they give me anybody that really doesn't matter for their future? So you guys can give me one of these minimum contracts. So I'm going to make them opt into one of these guys, one of these bad guys off the bench like Norm Houston. You guys don't need him, obviously. He doesn't look real. So we're going to make them opt into him. And then, like I said, the goal is to get to an overall pick no matter how much it takes. So Boozer should have really good value. Gibson, I feel we have to trade him because I actually gave him 3 more years left on his contract. That was an accident. We have to trade him. Ronnie Brewer, and then we can take on this guy from you guys. Or where's he at? Where is the guy they wanted to give? Oh, here he is. All right. And then obviously it's not going to be enough. We know that. So pick 30 we'll throw in there. I'm going to see if we can keep out that top 10 protected Bobcats because the Bobcats, I expect them to be bad. So we're going to offer this. If we have to trade that pick, I'll do it. Yeah, we're going to have to trade the pick. So instead of this, we'll trade this pick instead. Actually, I mean this pick. So we'll see what they say. Hopefully it gets it done, man. They gets it done. All it took was a top 10 protected pick. So we had to trade the Bobcats, but we traded a lot. Hopefully it's worth it. Now we'll have a really scary defensive lineup, obviously, with Joakim Noah and Anthony Davis in there. We will need to fill the rest of our depth. We'll obviously resign T.J. Watson. Hopefully we can bring back Jody Meeks, and then we'll need to get some new backup forwards. But again, I feel like in the ideas for the future to pair with Derrick Rose is a real number 2 option. So I'll 100% take this, obviously. Anthony Davis is going to be the guy we select no matter what. Draymond Green is a mock draft as well in there. I don't really see why we would take Draymond Green over Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis, welcome to the team. This is the best draft class that I could find. We still have the 30th pick. We're able to keep that. Also got Quincy AC. I guess that looks like a real player. I guess we have to take. Is there anybody else I see down here? No. Like Tyler Zeller, but I guess let's go Quincy AC. So Quincy AC, welcome to the team. So we'll draft you 2 guys. So 80 overall, 70 overall is not bad. So Greg Monroe and T.J. Watson will obviously accept those 2 qualifying offers. Okay, Jody Meeks is actually restricted free agent, something I didn't expect. But Derrick Rose, someone we can't lose. We're not going to lose him. We're going to offer him the max. We're going to make sure he doesn't leave. So he's going to say it's either way he was coming back, honestly. And Jody Meeks has a qualifying offer. So can we offer O.J. Mayo a contract? 14 points, 41% from 3. I wonder if we could steal him away from Memphis. Like, we have the money to do it. I mean, sure, right now, he'd be a really good fit. Him and Jody Meeks streaming our rotation, I'd absolutely love that. And we have Cockport, forgot about that. So, never mind. We'll see if they end up matching it, though. They don't want to match that. So, do we want to do this? Maybe we could trade Cockport, or maybe he regresses. I don't know. He's a good shooter. He hasn't really made that many threes, though. I mean, he's a really efficient shooter. So, I think we're still going to sign O.J. Mayo, though. I think we'll still do that. Like I said, we can still trade somebody else while we're doing this. But I'm going to say it's not really like a good backup power forward we can sign, honestly. I mean, Antoine Jameson, Jared Dudley, but I don't think he's opting their game. I'm going to offer. Oh, no, I don't have the money for O.J. Mayo. Never mind. I lied. Okay. We do need a backup guard, and we do need backup forward. So I think that's what I'm going to try and get a backup forward, obviously. So we need those things. So what do we got? Nothing at all that stands out. I mean, nothing. These options suck, man. So we can get like Sheldon Williams a contract. We can get Steven Novak, which I guess we can go after Steven Novak. Not the prettiest option by any means. We'll have Jody Meeks back, so we'll move Jody Meeks to so he'll be our backup shooting guard. Now all we really need is a backup. I mean, the Steven Novak go up at small forward, so we have a full rotation. He does. He goes up 1 overall, so I'll move him there. See, he must be a really good shooter. Yeah, 48% there. I didn't see that. So I guess really all we need is one more forward option. I low-key think we're good. Let's go with Sheldon Williams, I guess. So let's not limit him. Jody Meeks will be back as qualifying offer, and then honestly, like I said, we'll just call that an off-season, honestly. So I'll take that off-season. Derrick Rose up to a 97 overall. Jody Meeks up to an 80 overall. So what if I wish we gave him like a 4 or 5 if Joe was going to know he would progress that much. But I'll absolutely take this from Jody Meeks, man. Kyle Korver isn't regressing, man. Steve Novak isn't regressing either. The only guy going down is Sheldon Williams, which he probably won't be in the rotation. But yeah, I call us an A+, obviously. We got our future star in Anthony Davis. We still have some great role players like Luol Deng and Joakim Noah for the future. They won't be here for the whole ride, obviously, but we'll take it for now. Power ranking lands is third. We're running a defensive system, and that is going to be our best. I mean, this is a great defensive team we have in our hands, man. Surprised, why doesn't Anthony Davis fit our defensive system? That's weird. He's obviously known for his defense, but I don't know. Maybe just too young. I don't know. But Derrick Rose, Jody Meeks, Luol Deng, Anthony Davis, Joakim Noah, Greg Monroe, C.J. Watson, Kyle Korver, and Steve Novak is your 9-man rotation. We should eventually be able to get it done, but for now, honestly, we'll see how we do. Year number 3. Derrick Rose wins another MVP. Ricky, you're going to Anthony Davis. Like I said, this is our 1-2 punch for the next 8 years. 6 men going to this guy. Defensive player going to Dwight Howard. Most improved going to Klay Thompson. I feel like Klay Thompson would have also been a great player to add at the 2. Maybe we get him eventually, but obviously right now, probably not going to get him because he's obviously going to be restricted free agent, and the Hornets would be matching. So it'll probably take like 2 contracts away. But we're probably just not my main focus. So we went 74-8 on this season. So hopefully this is the year, back-to-back 70 wins. If we don't win this year, I'd honestly call it a disappointment. But not really. We'll still have the guys developing like Anthony Davis. But hopefully we can get it done this year. You saw our record, number 1 seed, the best team in the league. 28.5 from Rose, 20 from Luol Deng. We had about 20 from Anthony Davis, 13 from Jody Meeks. So, yeah, he's the perfect starting shooting guard for us, honestly. 46% from 3 on good defense. I'll take it, dude. 10 and 12 for Joakim Noah. 8.5 with 9 rebounds for Kyle Korver. Greg Monroe, 8 from Kyle Korver, 7 from C.J. Watson, and 5 from Steve Novak. Shot 46% of these. So he was a good signing for the minimum. We got Orlando in round 1. So they have Jameer Nelson, J.J. Redick. Obviously, I think we should be able to beat them, hopefully. We are going to sweep them to play Indiana. So Darren Collison, Vince Carter, Paul George, Markieff Morris, Zach Randolph, Danny Granger, Vladimir, Tyler Hansbrough. So at this point, Paul George is 22 years old. And Markieff Morris. So, all right, against Indiana, we are going to beat them in 6 to play Miami. So we get our chance to get our revenge of Miami. They have Kirk Henrich would be a really good option for starting point guard for them. Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh. So we all know how this team's looking like. They did add Thaddeus Young in free agency, man. That's a steal. But game 1, we're going to take – now they're going to take – my bad. They're going to take game 2, and we're going to take game – okay, actually, do we go ahead and go 8-man rotation? Depends how Steve Novak is playing. So sure, why not? Let's go 8-man rotation. So can we even this series back up? No, we cannot. Are we going to lose in 5? No? Okay, we have a chance to force a game 7. So all we need to do is win this game, and we have forced a game 7. So hopefully it'll happen, though. So far, it's a back-and-forth scoring game. We have the lead, and the Heat are going to run away. Damn, man, another – I'm going to lie, this has been really disappointing. Losing back-to-back yeah, so we went 74, and you gotta beat the Heat eventually, and we just couldn't do it this year. Thunder, who knows if we're gonna beat them, but if you go 74-8, if you won 70 games back-to-back years, you at least expect a championship for one of those years, man. Eventually, we're gonna have to do it. I ain't gonna lie. If we don't win this year, big changes might have to come, and I think we might have to start this off with getting a new head coach. I said we'll give him another chance, and now he has been working. The Bobcats are going to get one. I was about to say, it's not from the pick. It is. All right. Anyway, all right. We're going to have to get a new head coach and somebody here. So, like, Larry Drew, Avery Johnson has better badges and ratings at this point. Brad Nelson. So, nobody has, like, insane badges. Or ratings, like to say. So, ratings aren't going to be there. I guess we have to go off of badges. And Richard Mason. I keep saying Roger Mason, the NBA player. Richard Mason honestly has the best badges, or we can go after like Avery Johnson. Stephen Carter has a bunch of offers, but I'm going to move on. It hasn't worked with him, so I'm going to see if I can get Avery Johnson to be the coach. We'll see if he'll sign. and we're gonna get Avery Johnson. So we'll take Avery Johnson, I guess. We'll see how much better he is, and then we have the 30th pick in the draft. So we'll see what we can land with pick 30. This is the Otto Porter Giannis Rudy Bear draft class. So 30th pick in the draft. What do we got? So Andre Roberson, Troy Daniels. Like Kelly Olynyk, Robert Covington, Tim Hardaway Jr. So Tim Hardaway Jr. is being a pretty good shooter. Or Robert Covington. So I think I'm gonna go with Rocco though. Rocco is being a pretty good player, and then Tim Hardaway Jr. still here. Tomorrow I was looking at the beginning of the first round. He's still sitting here. Give me Tim Hardaway Jr. Man, obviously an elite shooter. So we'll take these two guys 100%. Greg Monroe we're gonna accept. Jody Meeks is a free agent once again. We offer him a contract this year. No, so but Kyle Korver is somebody I wouldn't mind bringing back for the minimum, and then TJ Watt is somebody I wouldn't mind bringing back as well for be our backup point guard, and then Jody Meeks the only guy. He's here, but he is still restricted. So honestly, getting him back in the qualifying order for another year would be a steal if he'll sign it, obviously. But he might end up getting an offer that we have to match. So yeah, the Knicks want him, but we're gonna obviously match that. So gonna match that contract. We'll bring everybody for that. We have Derrick Rose, C.J. Watson, Jody Meeks, Kyle Korver, Tim Hardaway. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hope a new, starting or new coach can help this team a lot more. So we're gonna help bank on Quincy A.T. development for power forward, and then I don't know if Covington will be ready to slide and start back a small forward right away. Still at 73, but I don't think he'll be ready to play. Just might need to sign one forward. So Steven Jackson, Al Thornton, Matt Barnes. I mean, we could just re-sign Steven. Why don't we go in a different direction here? So Matt Barnes was solid. Al Thornton was also pretty solid. Steven Jackson might regress. He probably isn't going to regress. So might as well just sign with Sean Williams, sure, or Kyle Landry. Which one I'd rather have? Charlotte Lewis, Jason Smith. We're just going to go ahead and offer Sheldon Williams a contract. So 2-year deal for Sheldon Williams. We'll sign him, and we'll call it a free agency. Play progression. Anthony Davis up to an 87. Luol Deng is going up. Greg Monroe is going up. Nobody's really going down. So I expected Kyle Korver to be regressed like crazy, but it's been the opposite of what I expected. So we're heading into year 4 at this point. The goal is to win a championship. If we don't win a championship, we might have to trade somebody big. Like Luol Deng or Joakim might have to be on the move because something obviously isn't fitting or working. But I think this might be the year. I have good faith in this year. So Derrick Rose, Jody Meeks, Luol Deng, Anthony Davis, Joakim Noah, Monroe, Korver, C.J. Watson, and Sheldon Williams. And I guess Quincy Ace will be playing these last minutes off the bench. We're running a perimeter-centric system. Defensive is our best system, so I'm going to continue to run that. So I'll see you at the end of the season. Blake Griffin wins the MVP at the end of this season. All right, Blake. He obviously was really good back in his prime. Michael Carter Williams, the Rookie of the Year. Interesting. So he won the MVP over Giannis. Wow, Michael Carter won. That's funny. I haven't heard that name in a minute. Kimball Walker won 6 men. Who was he coming off the bench for? I'll have to check that out. Defensive player going to, Dwight Howard, but most people are going to Damian Lillard. Okay, that makes more sense. Coming off the bench for Damian Lillard. Why not just start them both together at that point? We went, the Thunder had the best record, 72-10 this time. Derrick Rose still made the All-NBA first team. AD made the All-NBA second team, and that's his second season. But we finished off 65-17. We had our chances to win, but the Miami Heat just kept railing us over and over again. We're still a good team, though. I'll have to be afraid what the Thunder have in store for us in the finals. We had 26 from D. Rose, 20 from AD with 10 rebounds and 2 blocks, 16 from Dan, 11 from Kyle Korver, 9 from Jody Meeks, 9 from Monroe, 8 from Joakim Noah, 7, 5, and then 5. All right, time to see. This is the year, man. Hopefully it is. We'll shrink the bench utilization down. I don't think we've done that, like a 25. All right, we got Atlanta in round 1. So they have Seth Curry, Joe Johnson, Steve Novak is with Atlanta now. He looks like he's playing pretty good. So, all right. I think we should be able to beat them. We are going to sweep them to play Miami. So this will be our chance to finally beat the Heat. And I feel like we beat the Heat last year. We win the championship. But against Miami, we're finally going to beat them in 7 to play the Washington Wizards. So John Wall, Nick Young, Danny Wise, Kevin Love. Okay, Kevin Love's with this team. That's interesting. So Valanciunas, Andre Blatt, Trevor Booker, Arenas. So I think we should be able to beat the Wizards if we can beat those other teams. That's what my thought is. We'll go 8-man rotation. But in game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, we ended up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. They went up 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we're going to beat them in 6 to play Oklahoma City. So Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant. We know the drill. They have Maurice Sprites. They have Serge Ibaka. They have Jeremy Lin off the bench too. All right. They have Lynn Sanity, Jeff Green, Reggie Williams, Dapho Cephalosha. All right. I mean, this is a stacked team. I'm gonna lie. This is a really good team. So it'll be tough. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we should be able to do it. We'll see. Game one, they're gonna take game 2, game 3. Can we even it up? Okay. Okay, we even it up. All right, we have a chance. We're not gonna give this team hope. It's all about but right now we're gonna go on 3-2 an absolute blowout fashion. So we don't show up at all. So yeah, they're just gonna cook us. Kevin Durant with 44. But all right, it's time to see if we can go at. Yeah, never mind. We're not even gonna have a chance, dude. I mean, we could still win. I thought we were done, but the Thunder have so much scoring. It's like, man. All right. I mean, it's not over yet. We could. Okay, I'm gonna see. Actually, you know what? Might as well take the L here. I don't think. Yeah, it's over, man. We lost. We didn't really have a chance, honestly. Kevin Durant was just too much for us in the finals, man. So, when does he become a free agent? Okay, 2016. The real Tommy sound the Warriors 2016 too, obviously. But yeah, man, we lose again. Still no championship, which sucks, man. The Thunder like the Mavericks in the modern era. But all right, in the draft, the Cavaliers will get number 1, so they have a chance to make up on the Anthony Davis trade, I guess. But made it to the finals, something we're able to do. So at least we know what it's like to be there. We don't have a pick in the draft. Our pick does go to the Cleveland Cavaliers from the AD trade. And who did the Celtics? I mean, the Cavaliers draft. Why drafted Dante Exum over Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jokic, and Zach LaVine? So I feel like that's obviously the worst pick you could have made there. We drafted AC Bailey. We'll accept every single one of these guys. Qualifying offers: Greg Monroe's and free. Now he's our backup center. We have to bring him back. Wall Ding, yeah, we'll bring it back too. So Wall Ding lasts for $9 million, sure. Greg Monroe and then Kyle Korver's been really good for us. I'm gonna pay him a little bit over the minimum so we can re-sign him, obviously. So welcome back to the team, all 3 of you guys, and then we see like Danny Green or somebody we could sign, which I might low-key go out direction. We need like a backup wing still. So Danny Granger, he's 31 years old. You can't tell me he wouldn't be a good option still. So Danny Granger's all I'm looking at. We have more money than usual this year, which is nice. Evan Turner, I guess we could sign him as well. Was this the guy that we had on our team? I think it was somebody different. Rand Rush, Alec Burks wouldn't be a bad option, but I'm gonna see if I go after the best option free agency in Danny Granger. We're gonna see if we can land him. It would obviously be amazing if we could. This will be a lot of our money going to Danny Granger, but if we land him, wow, we paid him the most. We completely overpaid him, but we're getting him. We'll take it honestly. Him off the bench, he might regress, but I'm cool with it. I'm definitely cool with it. Play progression looks nice as well. Rose is up. Anthony Davis is up 4 overalls. Wall Ding's up 2. Noah's up. Meeks is up. Greg Monroe is up. Robert Covington's up 3 overalls to a 76. Maybe we didn't have to sign Granger, but we're going all in for a championship. He didn't even regress, too, so I feel that was a steal. And then Sheldon Williams, the only guy going out. Tim Hardaway is up 5 overall. So eventually he'll be the Kyle Korver replacement, probably as soon as next season. I'm liking the development of Tim Hardaway Jr., so well, we'll see if this is the year this season, heading into what, year 5, I want to say, which I think it is, man. It is. The Derrick Rose at the end of this season, Jokic going to the Grizzlies, he wins MVP, 6 men going to Jeremy Lin, but 72-10 on this season. Anthony Davis won Defensive Player of the Year. He started to turn to the AD. We all know 25 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. I mean, 3 blocks per game. It's kind of crazy. So obviously, we have our duo for the future now. Player stats though, we had about 28 from Rose. 25 from Anthony Davis. We had 18 from Wall Ding, 13 from Danny Granger off the bench, so he helped out in a really good, like, I don't know, he was really good as a 3 of a scorer for us off the bench, shot 37% from 3. Another from Jody Meeks, another from Noah, 6, 5, and then 5. So we'll take it, honestly. We'll go ahead and go 8-man rotation. I mean, I want to still play Korver, so we'll keep it. We got New York in round 1, though, so Raymond Felton, Cook, Norman Peterson, Andre Miller, and Joel Embiid. Not Andre Miller. Amari Stoudemire. I don't know where Andre Miller came from, but all right, we got Miami now. They have Ben. They have, obviously, Dwayne. This team gives us trouble every year, so we'll see if we win this time. So we're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. We're going to sweep him this year to play The Boston Celtics almost played Philadelphia. This is how they were looking like. But here's Boston. So Rajon Rondo, Otto Fields. I don't think this guy's a role player, but whatever. Paul Pierce, Elton Brand, Nerlens Noel, Matt Hill. I mean, I think we should be able to beat this team. I don't really see them as that good. We're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. You know, we're going to sweep to play the Thunder once again. Rematch of last year. They were actually the number 2 seed this year. Who was number 1? The Kings. They had I guess they had a tie record, but you know, this team was pretty good. Well, they had Kawhi, Boogie, Dante Green, Tyreek Evans. It was a good team. But Oklahoma City has Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Sean House, Ibaka, Jeremy Lin. I played this team last week. We know what they're about. So maybe this is the year we can finally get it done. I think we have a solid chance. We're going to take game 1. They're going to even it up. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And we're going to beat them at 5 to get our first championship in this video. It only took 5 years, but at least we got one. At least we got one. That makes this a successful video, in my opinion. So I'll absolutely take that. So heading into the draft lottery, the Pelicans are going to get one this year. This draft is the draft with Karl-Anthony Towns, Jahlil Okafor, Porzingis, D'Lo, Booker, Manuel Mudiay, Royce O'Neal, those guys. You know what it is. But we still have our head coach, right? Still have Avery Johnson. He was the one to bring us a championship. Do we have our pick this year? We do. We have 30th pick in the draft. We just don't have our pick in 2016. That pick still goes to Cleveland. But, all right, 30th pick in the draft. We'll see who's there, whoever's there. So, Bobby Portis, Tyus Jones. There's some really good options that turned a pretty good player. So, what do we want? Bobby Portis is a good option. Jones becomes pretty good. DeLon Wright, Cameron Payne, Kevon Looney. I mean, it really doesn't matter in my opinion. I guess we go Bobby Portis. So Bobby Portis, welcome to the team. He's a skill set we probably need. Is there anybody here that I see that's real? Thought that said Tyson Chandler, but I don't know why I thought that. Norm Powell, somebody I see. So we'll obviously go with that to steal. Give me Norm Powell. Okay. Bobby Portis and Norm Powell, welcome to the team. Anthony Davis, Robert Covington will accept. We'll accept Quincy Acy for depth as well. Tamari Jr. is a free agent, but I think he's going to replace Kyle Korver this season, man. We had Kyle Korver for a while. I think it finally might be time to move on. I think I still might re-sign him for depth, but if he regresses, then we'll have Tim Hardaway to play. So I'm going to re-sign him just in case, but we'll have Derrick Rose, C.J. Watson. We'll have Norman Powell. Norman Powell's here now. I'm insane. He'll develop into a pretty good player, hopefully. So I'll have Jody Meeks and Norman Powell, and then Luol Deng, Danny Grange will be here for another 2 years, so he'll be good. Then Robert Covington, and then we have Anthony Davis, Quincy Acy, Bobby Portis. We have a full rotation just like this, but obviously we're gonna re-sign Kyle Korver and Tim Hardaway. They'll be back, and then that's another successful offseason, man. So okay, Tim Hardaway's all from the Nuggets, but 2 years, $5 million. I'm going to match it. I do want this guy back. He's going to develop into a really good player. I do want him back, bro. Derrick Rose up to a 99 overall at this point. His resume is looking pretty good, man. He's won 3 MVPs, got his first championship, so it looks pretty good in my opinion. Anthony Davis up to a 95. Overall, we do have some regression, though. Danny Granger, Greg Monroe, and C.J. Watson are regressing. So eventually, we'll move on from these 3 guys. We have, obviously, depth to replace them. Rocco will be good. Korver down to a 76, the same overall as Tim Hardaway. So, like I said, I think it's time to move on there. I signed Kendrick Perkins for extra big depth, because why not? But, all right, heading into the 2015-2016 season, this will be year 6. So, not really expecting much, but a championship again. Running a defensive system, which we'll stick with this system. It's almost full 5 stars. So, Rose, Meeks, Luol Deng. I guess one thing we could do in a couple years is move on from Luol Deng. It's been so good for us. I hope you don't want to, but AD, Noah, Granger, Monroe, Covington, and CJ Watson are not in the rotation. But I do want to get our guy in the rotation. We don't have to play Covington, honestly, but I'm going to see how I get Tim Hardaway these minutes off the bench. We'll leave it like that. I guess we need Tim Hardaway more than Robert Covington at this point. So we'll do that. And yeah, all right, I'll see y'all. So we'll do this, then I'll see y'all at the end of the season. Again. Rose wins the MVP. Another one, man. Is that 4 or is that okay? That's 4 MVPs. So rookie of the year going to D'Angelo Russell for the Orlando Magic. But at the end of the season, AD also won defensive player again. 72-10 on the season. So we are the number 1 seed once again. 72-10, like we saw. Kings are just dominating the West. So 28 from Rose, 25 from AD, 17 from Wall Dang, 13 from Danny Gray, 11 from Jody Meeks, 7 from Joakim Noah, 7 from Tim Hardaway, 6 from Monroe. And then I'm going to go 8-man rotation in the playoffs once again, as we have the Milwaukee Bucks. So Brandon Jennings, they have Tristan Thompson and Bogut starting together, which obviously isn't great. Neither one of them could shoot, but hey, man, I mean, they're the AFC. Maybe it works, who knows? But we are going to beat the Memphis. They have Jahlil Okafor too. They drafted another big with the 3rd overall pick. Interesting. Okay, we got the Washington Wizards now. John Wall, Nick Young. We played this team. I think we played this team last year. We're gonna beat them at 5 to play the Charlotte Hornets. So the Bobcats are here now. Stuckey. We have Klay Thompson, Giannis, Sprites, Drummond. Solid team, I guess, but I still think we're better. We are going. Wow, we lost to the freaking Charlotte Hornets. I did not expect this team to do it, but they did it. So, all right. I mean, they're going to go and win the championship and beat the Thunder. So, yeah, definitely something I did not expect, but it happened. Look like we should have paid them more attention. But they beat us just like that. So, I guess we'll head straight into the draft lottery. And we're not going to have our pick this year. It goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's going to be the 30th pick, though. It's not going to be a crazy pick. We're giving up. But, all right, on draft night, we want to do anything? Do we want to make any type of trade? We want our first championship. Luol Deng could be a trade piece in the future. Keep that in mind. He's 31 at this point. Joakim Noah is also 31. Had him for like the full 6 years. So I think next season, I mean, we could just do it now, honestly. I mean, what can we can throw him in the trade. That's one thing we could do. So we get George Hill. It has to be a young player that we are comfortable with. So Tobias Harris, 24 years old. He just averaged 18 points and 41% deal in Cleveland. I mean, what does Cleveland even have? We also can get Nikola Vucevic, a floor spacing big that we haven't really had yet. I think this is really tempting. But Cleveland, I mean, you could already just putting up good numbers in a bad team, which is 100% true. But we want to do this. This is a good trade. We can also get rid of Monroe, trade him for something different. I don't hate that. I really don't. I'm going to keep looking, though. Rajon Rondo, somebody we really don't need. Conley. We don't need a guard. So Josh Smith, Cassiope, Stoudemire, Bismack Biyombo. Like, I think we need the 10th pick at Talib, but not really what we need right now. Delano Gallinari, Kyle Lowry, Aaron Afalo, Tony. We don't need any of these right that involve guards. So we can also get Wesley Matthews and Greg, which isn't a terrible trade. Monte Ellis, Nick Young. I'm really interested in this trade area. We get Tobias Harris. Obviously, he gets slide down to small 40. Might even go up like at 86, 85 at one point. And we also get Nikola Vucevic, a younger Nikola Vucevic. Not the best defender, but we can keep obviously Joakim Noah and Anthony Davis for the defense. We'll have that going for us. We don't really need that. And, you know, like I said, a really good three-point shooter. He can floor space. So if we can, I'll be really out 100% dudes if we could take the first-round pick out of it. This way we can take the first-round pick out, and I could just give you guys, like, a couple second-round picks. Like, I'd much rather do that. So they want 2 first. They're going to be Taj Gibson back. Okay, Taj Gibson. Forgot about him. But let's just take it a 3 second-round pick instead of, okay, you know what? I'll trade the first-round pick. They're doing way too much. I'm going to lie with you. So, sure. We'll just trade the first-round pick. But it's in 2018. We should be good by then. So, all right. We get Tobias Harris, so we obviously make a move, have something we haven't done in a minute. Wow, he didn't go up at all. I mean, last week pretty disappointing, but he still should go up. He's 24 years old, so I'll take it. We're also able to add Nikola Vucevic, makes Greg Monroe really expendable. So I'm gonna see if we can package him up. Horace will be the backup power forward next season. So, like I said, there's no need for Monroe. If we trade Monroe for maybe a better backup point guard. We had C.J. Watson for a minute now, so. Obviously looking for a guard now. I mean, I guess we kind of did need a guard. Ramon Sessions, I guess, would be an upgrade for now, but I'm going to look for a guard. Ty Lawson isn't bad. If we can get Drew Holiday from the Philadelphia 76ers, I'm going to start it off with Greg Monroe, Norm Powell, and a second-round pick for Drew Holiday. They want Tobias Harris to give me Jason Robertson. I'm good, so how about we just trade a couple second-round picks? We call it a day. They want Vucevic now. Okay, I can trade a first-round pick. I can get to that. Can it be like a protected first-round pick? And, like, I guess we could trade a 2020 pick. So what do they say to this? So Monroe, all that for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, is the big addition. Went all in here. So we get a upgraded backup point guard and a upgraded backup center, and we get Tobias Harris. So I'll absolutely take those 3 additions. We don't have a pick in the draft at this point. So Covington we're going to accept. Qualifying offers, Anthony Davis is a free agent. So that is something we can't allow to happen. He'll be back either way. I'm going to pay him, so we'll just re-sign now. We don't have to worry about it, though. So, yeah, Anthony Davis, welcome back. Do we have anybody else we need to worry about? So, oh, yes, we do. Oh, my. Okay, so Joakim Noah might we have to re-sign. I'm not going to give him, like, the 4-year deal anymore. How about just $18.5 million for 3 years flat rate? So he'll sign that. He's 31. I don't want to let myself in too crazy. Other than that, like, Jody Meeks, flat about him as well. We have to re-sign him. So Jody Meeks, 3 years, $5 million. CJ Watson, I guess he could be good depth, but I'm always going to let him go as well as Kyle Korver. I'm going to let those guys go. I'm going to re-sign the guys who need to re-sign at this point. So we already upgraded those positions. So Derrick Rose and Drew Holiday. We have Jody Meeks, Tim Hardaway. We have Tobias Harris. It'll either be Danny Granger or Robert Covington. Hopefully Danny Granger can stay 81 overall. Then Bobby Portis will be the backup to Anthony Davis. So we have I like this team. This might be the best roster we had so far. I love it. Progression. Anthony Davis up to a 96 overall. Tobias Harris up to a 86. Draw is up to a 85. Nicole Vujic up to an 84. Tomorrow's up to a 73. Covington's up. Portis is up as well. Obviously, we know what his role is going to be. So, yeah, that'll be our 10-minute rotation. We'll have a great rotation, man. So, I feel like that Luol Deng trade was worth it, in my opinion. So, we're heading into year 7, I want to say. We're also heading into the Stephen Curry era. That's cool to see. So obviously, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, those guys. So this doesn't mean Kevin Durant was a free agent. I didn't even realize. Where did he go? Or did he re-sign with the Thunder? He might have re-signed with the Thunder. Yeah, he did. He re-signed with the Thunder. So at this point, he would have probably already been a free agent. So yeah, and then like other guys around the league. LeBron James still with the Heat. Stuff. This is normal stuff, But all right, we are running a defensive system still. We'll keep running that. So Rose, Meeks, they want to start Covington. Wow, I don't really want to do that though. I still want to start Tobias Harris. Not gonna lie with you. So Covington, I'm gonna fix this rotation, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Anthony Davis wins the MVP this season. So from Derrick Rose to Anthony Davis. So rookie of the year, DeJounte Murray in Brooklyn. But we went 70-12, so hoping to get a championship. This time we got Washington in round 1. So they want to start Nikola Vucevic over Jokic. I guess will be better for the floor spacing. I guess we'll do it. So, all right. Look at the player stats, though. Before we get into look at the player stats, so 28 from Rose, 24.5 from AD, 15 from Tobias Harris, shot 44% from 3. We had 12 from Nikola Vucevic, 11 from Jody Meeks, 10 Holiday, 8 from Danny Granger, and then we had 7 from Noah, 4 from Tim Hardaway, 4 from Bobby Portis. So we got Washington in round 1. So John Wall, Nick Young, Kyle Anderson, Kevin Love. We've beaten this team a couple years now. We're going to beat them to play Brooklyn in round 2. So they have the rookie of the year, DeJounte Murray. But honestly, that's really it, man. I don't really like the rest of their team. Their team was not too good. But no, maybe we're going to sweep them to play Charlotte. So I want to get my revenge on Charlotte, man. They weren't supposed to beat us last year. Hopefully we can get our revenge this year. We're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. They're going to take game 3. Then we're going to take game 4. We're going to beat them 5. Why couldn't we do that last year? I don't know. We got Oklahoma City again. At least we played Sacramento one year, man. They've been cooking just to not do anything in the playoffs. But here we go. They have Russell Westbrook. We all know this team relatively the same. They haven't really made any type of big moves by any means. So game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. We're going to take, and we're going to sweep the Thunder. Derrick Rose wins the finals MVP. So just like that, we've won another championship. That's our second one at this point. Hopefully, we can keep ending this video off with championships, man. Coach Avery Johnson in free to have a $16 million budget. Damn, all right, we should be able to bring him back for this then. So, okay, we'll take that. That's the most budget I've ever seen. But we also have the 30th pick in the draft. We're not going to have our pick for back-to-back years, I'm pretty sure. Or I guess just 1 year. But we don't have our pick in 2020. So we'll have to hit on this 30th pick for sure. So we got Small Fontecchio, Patrick Stewart. I mean, I guess Derek White's here as well. Sure, let's take Derek White, I guess. He's still the best player I've seen. And then who else we got here? So Monte Morris. I mean, sure, he ends up being a really good backup point guard for teams eventually. So Derek White and Monte Morris welcome. This was the Donovan Mitchell draft. Guys, we're getting closer and closer. This 10-year rebuild being over, but we'll re-sign our guy. Oh my dude, if we lose Derrick Rose in free agency, we should have offered him an extension at the extension deadline. I forgot that all these teams have the money to offer him, or at least want to offer him. So, and if we mess up on an offer, can't go back. So we'll have to offer him the bag. So it's really up to him if he's going to sign or not. I assume he's going to sign this. I'm going to offer him everything I can, and we're going to get him back. Thank goodness. Okay, so Derrick Rose, we offer him the max, the player option, and the no trade clause. I don't think he will turn that down. And then we'll re-sign Covington, and we'll also, I mean, we can probably let Denny Granger walk at this point. He's getting older, and it's showing. We're going to let him go. We'll prioritize that guy like Drew Holiday, bring him back as well. Tim Hardaway, wait till next day to bring him back. So Danny Green is going to let him go to Minnesota or Boston, whatever. I'm going to re-sign Tim Hardaway. We're going to re-sign all those guys in cheap deals, and that's probably the only move we're going to do. Honestly, we won a championship. I think the only thing we could do is stand pat until we see actual concern with this team. So yeah, we have our full rotation this year. Robert Covington will get the keys to be our backup small forward this season, and then I love this team, like I said. Davis wins the MVP again. Josh Hart wins Rookie of the Year. Okay, that's interesting. But we finished off 69-13. Derrick Rose once again made all the first team as well as Anthony Davis. So pretty cool. We're the one seed once again. We got Cleveland. So I feel like we definitely won that trade with the Cavaliers for Anthony Davis at this point. It doesn't feel like we gave up a lot. I mean, we got 26 from Derrick Rose. I knew 80 would be the perfect complimentary start, and he's from Chicago, so this makes too much sense. They want to start Vucevic. We want to start him. 13 from Harris, 11 from Hardaway. He was actually starting shooting guard this year. He averaged 12.33% from three. Love to be a little more efficient. 11 from Drew Holiday, 9 from Jody. Because I think one thing we could do if we lose is trade Joakim Noah, honestly. He's now the backup center coming off the bench. I'm going to say he's probably not too happy about that. And like I say, he'll be 34 next offseason. So, yeah, I think it might be time to move on, as well as move on from Jody Meeks too. They're aging, so like I said, they're still putting up really good numbers. I want to start Drew Holiday next to Rose. I don't hate that at all. We'll just go a 9-man rotation. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers in round one. So Luol Deng is on this team now. He ended up being a pretty good, averaging 23 points per game. We got a lot more out of him, in my opinion. I know he's a good player. We just got a lot more out of him. So Cleveland still isn't good. I mean, they haven't recovered at all since LeBron James. But in round one, we're going to beat them at 5. Well, dang, average 24 against us. We got Philadelphia now. So, I believe, yeah, we made a trade with this team, too. It was the Drew Holiday trade. What do we give them? What would we give them? Probably isn't on a team anymore. So, Wookie forgot who we even gave them. But against Philadelphia, Greg Monroe, we're going to beat them at 5. Now, in round 3, we are going to be faced off with the Charlotte Hornets once again. So, Rodney Stuckey, Klay Thompson, Giannis, Tyrese Thomas, Andre Drummond, Richie, Danny Green. So, we'll see if we can beat the Charlotte Hornets now. Yeah. Start Drew Holiday, game 1. They're going to take game 2, game 3, and obviously all have to get swept. Insane how the Hornets keep beating us. I really don't think they're a better team than us, but sure, man, whatever 2K thinks, I guess it's true. But, all right, they're going to have to face off with the Kings. The Kings finally get it there, but they're eliminated immediately. So, yeah, I think we might have to do the things I said we might have to do. So, Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, Joe Johnson, Devin Harrison, Gortat are all retiring. Heading into the draft lottery, though, the New York Knicks are going to get the number 1 overall pick in the draft this time. Staff sign, I'm going to continue to keep Avery Johnson. Pretty sure we don't have our 2018 pick. He goes to Cleveland this time again. But all right, we got. So I think we keep, Drew Holiday out. He's been huge. I think we just probably move on Jody Meeks, and Joakim Noah. I mean, it sucks. He's still been really good for us. I feel like, efficiency has gone down. He hasn't really been that much efficient as a center throughout his career, but I still think a trade has to happen. 33, he's going to regress. I'm going to see if I can make a trade for Rudy Gobert. It would include all the salary, Robert Covington, Monte Morris, Joakim Noah, and Derek White. But I feel this would be enough to get him. Rudy Gobert could be our younger Joakim Noah. He fit really well. They do decline, which is interesting. Not that would get it done. It only took a second-round pick, and they agreed. So, Rudy Gobert, welcome to Chicago. He's 7'1" center, great defender. He'll be our replacement immediately, a way-in-guard option as well. And then we'll still at least need a backup forward, like a reliable backup forward. After that, I think we'll be good. Like I said, we cannot find that in the draft. However, we don't have a pick. Portis, but heading into free agency, we just need a reliable backup forward that we can sign. There's Carlos Boozer, trading to Cleveland. There he is now. We have to re-sign Nikola Vucevic, though, so we'll go ahead and do that. He's going to re-sign. Anybody else need to worry about? No, he's going to re-sign Vucevic. We can sign. I mean, you don't have to. We can just look-y run a 9-man rotation, but got like Julian Wright, not really like a 3-and-D player, though. Jeff Green is, or is he, man? Damn, okay. Wilson Chandler at this point is going to regress. Probably Michael Beasley is probably going to regress, too. But I don't hate the idea of Danny Green might be our best get, honestly, for the minimum. I'll take it. So, actually, I want to get him. I'm going to offer him $2.5 million more than the Thunder. We don't want the Thunder to get better either. So, Danny Green, we'll sign him, slide him to small forward right away. Jody Meeks, somebody consider trading as well. Maybe at the deadline we'll trade Jody Meeks, honestly. He's been here for a minute. He might regress, dude. I'm scared of. Down to a 79 overall. So, I'll look to trade him at the trade deadline for now. I just want to see how this team does. Davis, Luka Doncic on the Knicks. He wins his MVP, 71-11 on this season. Once again, here are your player stats. We had about 28 from Derrick Rose. I wasn't paying. Did we do the full? We didn't do the full 10 years of this. We started in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this is we have one more year left. I wasn't paying attention for a minute, but all right, we have one more year left, so this will be the team. Actually, we're gonna trade Jody Meeks for the last season. Actually, he's a free. Oh well. But all right, we got New York in round 1, so we're gonna see if we get another championship on this. So we got to play the rookie of the year, Luka Doncic, paired with Joel Embiid, Gary Trent Jr., starting shooting guard. It's only a 68 overall, man. But okay. Again, round 1, we're gonna sweep them to play Cleveland in round 2. So they've gotten better. Looks like Luol Deng progressed a little bit though. He just not take to go up to a 90 overall. I still don't think he was worth the pick though. I think we should be able to beat them. We're going to beat them at 5 to play Charlotte once again. Hopefully we don't lose Charlotte once again. We are going to sweep them to play Oklahoma City. So Westbrook, these guys have been together this whole freaking video, man. These guys are never leaving, bro. But against the Thunder, we're going to sweep them. And Anthony Davis was the finals MVP. So that's another championship. We've won 3 championships now. Seems like we've got a little more, but I guess I'll be comfortable with 3 championships. Even Derrick Rose wins the MVP, averaging career high 31 points per game. So it'll be the last season. I mean, we're the 1 seed. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1. This will be the final chance to see if we can win. How many rings would it be if we win 1 more? That would be our 4th one. So, I mean, all right, in round 1 we got Cleveland. We're going to go ahead and sweep them to play Brooklyn in round 2. This is how Brooklyn looks like. We are going to beat them in 4 to play Charlotte in round 3. They were the 7th seed. We'll see if we do last time to starting up point guard. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, they're going to take. Game 3, we're up 2-1. They went up 2-2. We're up 3-2. We're going to beat them at 6 to play the Pelicans. So Chris Dunn, Robert Flores. Wow, I mean, this team doesn't look too good in my opinion. I think we should be able to beat them, hopefully. I think we should be able to. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3. And we're going to sweep them just like that to win our 4th championship in the video. I feel like we could have definitely got more, even before we got Anthony Davis. We were winning like 70 games, I think so. But it's okay, man. All around, it's a really fun rebuild. If you guys want to see the player set for the last season, here they are. So, yeah, but all around, really fun rebuild, obviously. I can't imagine. I mean, this will probably be the same way if Derrick Rose stay healthy. It's the biggest what-if in NBA history. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.